Welcome back to Make Way for Cat. We are ending day 1 and moving to day 2. The black mare thundered through the icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold, and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Back Barrow. Race this object. It's like shackles. An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building. So if he escaped, we would have had to start from prison. Jail, 10. Alright, and if he ran northwest, it would be... The dilapidated warehouse is dark and imposing. In the struggling flame of my lantern does little to pierce its depths. I slowly search through its contents with a sense of despair, wondering if I'm even in the right place at all. When suddenly and unexpectedly, I uncover something of value. More relieved than elated, I take the trinket back to the shop for further study and a warm drink. That looks nefarious. Put it with the other that looks nefarious item. Okay, so we're ready to start our day. Verona Green. Ah, well, that's just perfect. Undermere fizzing with fear over these ravens and the thaumatage. Ah, I am going to confuse it with the D&D spell. Thaumaturge has left his apprentice in charge. Sorry, my dear. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who got out on the wrong side of the bed. These ravens have got under my skin is all. Please do let Eli know that I was looking for him next time you see him, and pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. Another very important book. In fact, we have a symbol right here on our desk. Actually look in and see that it is... Missed it? Protection. No, that's what it is. Double, yeah, protection. That in lots of places. At least I've seen it in lots of places. All right. As Sherwood, I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospects. I heard a horned shackle might be the answer. All right. Horned shackles are used to bringing about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become worn smooth over the years. They can be worn as pendants, but are more commonly totems of some kind. So they're commonly totems. I don't know that we have any horned pendants. I mean, I guess that's a horned pendant. And other things. Owl, I think. But I doubt that's a shackle. Okay. So our keywords here. For horns that are smooth. Sense of touch. Hard and somewhat rough. That's not that one. Hard and somewhat rough. Rigid. that was... This part feels smooth. The rest is pitted and rough. This has got to be... Shackle. Okay. At least the weather's looking a little better out there today. Get a letter? You might be interested to hear that my plow overturned a strange-looking object yesterday. Come to the farm, and it's yours for the right price, of course. John Royston. Farm. Greywick Farm. Oh, Royston Farm, 30. John grins as I struggle to hide my obvious interest in the item he shows me. Any hope that he might not be fully aware of its value quickly evaporates, and after a lengthy negotiation, I reluctantly hand over the amount he originally asked for. Ah, Jupiter, we meet again. That's the kitty. Our paths crossed late last night on Prince Street. We shared a moment before he slunk off into the dark. On important business, no doubt. Yes, I wonder if you can help me. I'm visiting my grandmother later and I want to bring her something. She lives all alone on the edge of town, out on Clanbrook Road, and I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. I thought maybe a moon heart would bring her some comfort. Ooh, alright, this one's gonna get a little bit dicey. Oh, they didn't name it, and there's no moon heart here, so we're gonna check back here. Moon heart is a Selenic totem. Okay. These carved totems, more commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued. Why did I say it weird like that? Can be imbued with a sentiment or feeling such as love or joy, and then held tightly to recall the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both the Selenic and Noctic disciplines. I believe that means moon night. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to the moon night. An owl and a moon. Alright, so we're actually looking for something that has a moon on it. Moon. Oh, warm and loving. We did label this one already. Technically has a moon shape and it's an owl. The form of the item often have a connection to either moon or night. Already looked at this. Warm and loving. Yeah, overcome by a warm, loving emotion. Let's double check the... Nothing. Thing. Oh, this has a symbol on it, too. And it looks like barn doors. This crescent is silver. Sign. It's not the right... or silver, so we don't know the... sign. is gold. It's not carved. I believe it said it was a carved item. Nothing to remark. Warm to the touch, but it's certain it is this loving. Carved totem, owl, bears concealed crescent shape. Closer inspection, feeling of joy. Okay, this is a Selenic totem. It is labeled. A friend of mine, or former friend I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. Oh, it's these kinds of conversations where you can usually pick between two items. 3 necklaces have gone missing. It's usually someone who wants revenge on someone. 3 necklaces have gone missing over the last few weeks, including one that was a gift from my late grandmother. You have a suitable pendant that I could leave lying out for her to find that will teach her a lesson and make sure it never happens again. Okay, so we can choose from 2. So the first, binding seed. These items are made of 2 distinct materials, representing the mentic and the weixic, the mind and the body. Winding path, the mind, is described by a spiral encompassing the body, the seed. It's probably a pendant. A binding seed is a form of punishment that amplifies feelings of guilt and shame. Something with a spiral, seed shape. The other thing we add, worn about the neck to place them closer to the heart. These innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Zeahs are made of any single material except wood or clay. They typically have no symbol or other writings upon the surface. Single material. No symbol or writing. Honestly don't know what that would be. I have one object with a swirl. Made of 2 different materials. I don't like how this makes me feel. Sounds right. Rough and gnarled, and then gotta be the seed. Stone seed shaped. It's got a swirl. Let's see any other. The Zeah. It's this. This is a metal, right? Straight bronze. It doesn't have any carvings. So what I like to do in this instance, because I don't specifically know what it is, I just will label that possibility. We don't know what a Zeah is. The only thing I have here that's a pendant that's made of one material. I mean, this is... It doesn't have any adornments, right? No symbol or other writings upon it. I feel like it's even more plain than that. I feel like that's into it. Gemstone. Anyway, I think this is our binding seed, and I feel like guilt is better than paranoia. Yep, 2 materials, spiral around a seed. Oh, I just realized this is the protections. Ahead. Triangle down, a circle up. Old. Oh. Else with a symbol. Wisdom. Okay. This kind of reminds me of like an alchemical symbol. Let's see. See one like it. Antimony? Antimony is like a... It's used in batteries. I don't see anything. Pick that one. Oh, that's the protection symbol. And I believe that symbol in the center is like insanity. That it's here. Yes. So, like, bound protection from insanity. Their symbols. Okay. They found a man just now in the house where all them ravens were. I wish I hadn't seen, but I did. Oh, there's a symbol there. He was white as a sheet, but it was his eyes that are going to give me nightmares. All black they were. It was like he weren't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for another sign. I'm taking my family to Sedberg, and I'll be taking a Libula to see us safely through. Libula. First, we need to... It's called again. It was something seed. Binding seed. Gotta label them because you'll get... One, if it's already labeled, you don't have to... You're trying to compare other items. If you've already labeled it, you don't need to worry about that one. Yeah, Libula. Libulae are purported to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change, but they are not held in high regard by most scholars of the occult. That being said, an imbuement of wisdom, we just found one, shows that a libula is not merely decorative. There is power in symbology. Okay, it's got to be this one. Wisdom. But yeah, you'll end up having to reuse some of these items for people. Actually, since we already know these, we'll move... Don't know down. Oh, and that's the end of day 2. A deep pain radiated down the side of the rider's head, where he had sliced himself with a diverging hook, and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. I think this is like the story that's happening either prior to the events that we're experiencing now, or like in the background. I think it's prior to what we're... This is the backstory to what's happening with this guy they just found. Right. That is the end of day 2. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you back here for